Alan Wilson on flags. We've got Sammy Brenton as things. Jim Brewer, Clark of course. Nick Wodge, the steward. And, of course, a meeting promoted by Autospeed here at Skegness. Now, interesting to see that at Skeggy was chosen as the World Final venue. As you know, it's Autospeed decided not to have the semi-finals at Smeeth Up, which upset quite a few fans, but that's like many people. It is the Arena Essex World Final, and unfortunately, much as we would love it to be at St Day or at Taunton, it is the Arena Essex World Final, so it goes where the people go. And unfortunately, like I say, last year, 3 of those 4 meetings, which pay the bills at St Day, unfortunately, were washouts. So it was a case that, you know, they need the funds to improve the fence, improve the rest of it before they can do that. Autospeed are proud guys. They don't want to see anybody turn up to a track which they don't feel is suitable. But we'll have a bit of fun and see what it's like. So 10, like I say, we have 56 cars, of which we'll only have 20 left at the end of it. The remaining 36 will go into the consolation semi, which usually is race 1 of World Final Day, and the top 6 will come into that. The only person who's guaranteed an entry into the World Final is the reigning world champion. That's George McMillan. He has the option to start at the back if he so wishes, or he races in the consolation semi to get himself up the grid a bit further. But his plan is to, like I say, he may take the tradition like most other drivers have, and that is basically to have a go when necessary, and if necessary, you know, if they does go out in the semi-final stage, not going to take his opportunity to take his position, things like that, and just exercise his right to take the consolation semi off and start at the back. So we're waiting on race time. It's almost still waiting. I think we're waiting for Steve Linfield to get back from the track to the box. And if that is the case, it could be a bit of fun. As we proved in previous years, Skegness is not the most easiest track to get from one end to the other. Unlike tracks like Bristol, Birmingham, they've got little bits in the gaps in the fence which you can get through onto the track, but not on this occasion, unfortunately. So a quick sprint for Mr. Linfield. I'm sure he'll be in fine form next time we speak to him on the F2 show. Like I say, it's all part of the F2 show's build up to the World Final this year. This year, of course, at Hensford Hills, we have, like I say, these 2 semi-final programs. We also have the semi-finalists show, where we talk to every semi-finalist. Here we go. Oh, it's a shame. The radio mic. So here we go. So we'll just walk through the grid again. Number 1, 606, 676, 647, 604, 871, 111, 184. So that's 4 rows. So interesting to see. So, someone who's not watched racing before, this is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. A lot of debutants, a lot of people coming back for the first time. It's going to be things like that. So, will the big names get through this one unscathed? Will the big names be casualties? All depends on this one here, as we have a few people coming to see, and things like that. All the other semi-finalist ones and semi-finalist 2s are all beginning to spectate this one here. There we go. blowing the thing where we stood on the start finish straight here at Skegness with this. Neil Hooper. Southwest. So, now, all that's left, immortal words. "20 laps at this semi-final. Away we go then for semi-final number 1 here at Skegness Stadium. Stoxradio's official as live coverage of this particular race. We have the small matter of 28 hopefuls going into 10. It's all good. Led off by George McMillan in number 1, 6:06 Andrew Palmer, 6:76 Neil Hooper, 6:47 Chris Burgoyne, 6:04 Jamie Conway, 8:71 Mark Simpson, 1:11 Lewis Geach, 1:84 Aaron Vate, 4:64 Matt Linfield, 8:46 Ashley England, 5:71 Darren Clark, 7:80 Chris Utley, 7:68 Tom Adcroft, 5:97 Barry Clow, 9:68 Mickey Brennan, 3:19 Sheldon Wadsworth, 5:27 James Riggle, 9:13 Pete Bartram, 3:15 Justin Fisher, 6:52 Stephen Forster, 8:54 that's Robbie Dawson, 1:77 Glenn Scott, 6:27 Gary Sullivan, 1:24 Ollie Skills, 7:45 Lee Morgan, 8:05 Jack Cave, 5:42 Steve Gilbert, and 9:79 PJ Moss. They go into the turn 3 and 4. Creeping round. Will they go green this time? I believe it's only one more lap. We're going to go green. It's all on Mr. Starter, Alan Wilson. He goes to green, and away we go. Semi-final number 1. Here we go. Into the first corner. McMillan gets clear, but Palmer puts a bumper in. And they all negotiate the first corner. Or do they? Yes, they do. They all make it around the first corner, which is remarkable. And they say, oh, no, we're not. We've lost 2. We've lost Robbie Dawson, and we've lost Barry Clow. Both of them are gone there, so we've lost both those cars. We've lost them at the start. It is, after all that, it was an important start, but we lost the wheel, and that's the reason why Barry Clow, 3 wheels on his wagon. I don't think they do Reliant Robbins here at Skeggy. So, an aborted start. Are we going to go to a complete restart, or are we just going to throw it from there? If it is, it looks like it's going to be tasty if it is. As they stand at the moment, it's number 1 who leads from 6:06, 6:04, 6:76, 6:47, 1:11, 5:71, 7:68, 9:68, 7:80 and 8:46. And a red flag and a complete restart. Thank the Lord for that. And but they will be without Barry Clow and Robbie Dawson. So Robbie, another time for him perhaps, but they're going to get them all gridded up again. So that will be a bit of a grid shuffle, and we'll go again. So it is and I think, yes, Lee Morgan has said, no, I'm going to go round. And of course, what happens now is once the race has been started, everyone shuffles up. So if someone from the third row goes out, they move up to the second. Not entirely fair when you score points, but we shall see what happens. But it's good to see we've only lost 2. So from the restart again, it's 1, 6:06, 6:76, 6:47, 604 871 111 184. 464 846 571 780 768. And I believe now 319 moves up into that position. So Sheldon Wadsworth moves up into that. As Ollie Skills pulls off. So we've lost 3 already from this semi-final number 1. So I think everyone just shuffles up the row. The main beneficiary of this one's Jack Cave. Third reserve moves up to... But all is not lost. They all get consolation semi-final places just for turning up, as do the reserves that aren't going to be used. But looks of things, there's going to be a fair few amount of reserves going to be used. So, attempt number 2. McMillan leads them round from Palmer, Hooper, Burgoyne, Conway, Simpson, Legeach, Vate, Linfield, England, Clark, Utley, Adcroft, Wadsworth, Brennan, Bartram, Wriggle, Forster, Fisher, Scott, Silliphant, Cave, Gilbert, and Moss. So again, a full warm-up lap. McMillan hoping to get as good a start as he did last time. Got the bumper of Hooper. Burgoyne. The unknown quantity in this one is Jamie Conway in 604. He has got nothing to lose, as has Lewis Keach in row 4. Whether they come into fruition as they come into turn 3 and 4 again. They're under the starter again, and we're going green this time. Away we go. And it is number 1, George McMillan, who goes in. He's gone. McMillan's gone. Oh, and Hooper's gone. But as Palmer put the bumper in, Burgoyne goes into the lead. Jamie Conway's up a second. Hooper's up a third. And Palmer puts the bumper in again. And again a big bumper goes in on Palmer. And McMillan's surviving it. And at the moment it's going round the corner. All bound up there. Just PJ Moss goes round. But it's a battle now between Hooper and Burgoyne. Mickey Brennan's up to third. And then up to third goes Brennan. 676. 606 is there. And they're not going to go as PJ Moss and there, so it is Burgoyne, Hooper, Burgoyne, Brennan. Oh, as the back marking car, 606. Jamie Conway in 5th. Jack Cave is up to 6th. I think, could be, I don't know, it's maybe a letdown. James Wriggle is as well. So George McMillan comes up to fire up the front, and he's going out, turning up the wick there. But it is Hooper that leads from Burgoyne, and there's a fag paper distance between these two. Burgoyne puts a bumper in hard on the 676 machine. Brennan there, ready to go. It's a gaggle of cars behind. But it is 1, 2, 3. Andrew Palmer in 4th. Oh, as Sheldon Wadsworth rides the wall there. Lewis Keach comes out, and into the lead goes Burgoyne. Burgoyne goes in. Hooper's going to come back with him. Is he going to come back? Brennan on his back bumper. 1, 2, 3 like that. It is a race at the moment. 647 Chris Burgoyne. 676 Neil Hooper. 968 is Mickey Brennan. 606 is where we say that 606 is Andrew Palmer. 604 1 527 315 and 768 10 at the moment. But it is a bit of a gap now to